Hi friends, I'm just giving a quick update on my Ascension symptoms. I think what I'm feeling mostly these last few weeks, and it's been a continually kind of upward struggle here, but pulling away from all society, pulling away from people that have been in my life for a long time, because the energy is just, it's like being in a pressure cooker just now. It's like the vibration noise, the high-pitched noise in my ears is, at night especially when there's no other noise, ridiculously loud. And my vibration, my body is, it's really buzzy, but I'll tell you the thing that I've noticed most about all this lately is that it feels like the longer I go through this, I mean I vibrate all the time, I think you'll know, I keep saying this to you, but it's like a pole that goes from my head down to my crown chakra down to my base chakra. It's like my whole spine has become like a rod, and the rod vibrates, and especially, and it's not all the time that it's apparent, but when I'm near somebody that needs healing or that needs energy, that it starts to vibrate. It's like I start to activate at that point. Or when there's an energy being near me, when my guide is near me and you're aware of a big 8-foot being standing next to you, before I'm aware that they're there, I actually start to feel a vibration start in my base chakra and work its way up my body, and it feels like you're vibrating between your thighs, almost at your bottom, you know. It's and it can be quite off-putting when you're like, why am I vibrating there? And that is your base chakra, which is connected to your primal level, your animal level, so your body's starting to activate on the primal level. You're aware of a being next to you, and then when you feel vibration, I mean, mostly the vibrations in my heart. So it was every chakra I'm aware of vibrating in, everyone, but it's this cord inside me, this pole inside me that's like a vibrating pole. My spine is now just a big vibrating pole, but I feel it at every centre, all down my physical body, and it is like it's like a warmth, like I'm aware of it. It's like almost like you can feel the spinning, like hands of a clock spinning round in each chakra. I can feel the movement, I can feel the spin. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, and I'm seeing a lot more faces. I mean physical faces of energy beings that, like, you know, I told you I know a lot of Andromedans, and they are about 8 foot tall, very thin. They're about the same thinness as us humans, but just stretched really tall, so you see a face from your ceiling looking down at you, and they're not floating, they're that tall, and the face will just be smiling, and they look fairly human, but the nose looks like it's been, I don't know, flattened here or something. It's like, you know, I don't know that. I don't know, it's very strange to describe. From the side it looks like a perfect nose, but the front, it looks like it's been chiselled. It's really weird. But anyway, I'm seeing a lot more faces, but I'm getting a row for talking about this because I know they always say it gets me too much attention that way, and they don't want me to have that kind of attention. So don't tell anybody. But yeah, so the feelings are pressure cooker feelings. It's like agitation, that it's like we're aware. It's like Chinese torture almost. You know, when you're aware of a dripping tap constantly, that it becomes so much that you can't take anything else. That anybody making a noise, loud noises, it's like nails on a blackboard. You know, people being too noisy, people talking too loud, shrieking with laughter. It's like, oh my God, I can't take it. The kids coming in and running about and laughing and having a great time. And I normally have a house full of kids. My children have their friends around all the time. I've always been in a busy environment with things coming. I've always been really happy with that. I don't mind, you know, controlled chaos. But I can't take it just now. I can't take that intense energy. The energy is too much. It's like I'm aware of a higher frequency all the time. So the normal little things are kind of too much to handle. And it's just finding the centre and breathe and come back into calm, and you know, it takes my time, and I'm aware of a lot of other people who are struggling with their tempers, and I'm a really laid back person. I don't really get tetchy, but I'm finding myself getting very tetchy lately. It's hard going. It's like increased vibration, increased sounds, and I just keep thinking back to that dream I had. It must be about a year and a half ago, Must be. I need to search back through through Facebook where I posted it in the Rainbow Tribe, because I posted it the time I had it, the dream I had where I was in space and I was on a long. It was like I thought it was a normal Boeing 737 whatever, because it was like a long tube shape, and I'm looking at a small window, and I know we'd just gone out of the earth because I was aware of clouds and atmosphere, and then somebody behind me went, oh look at the rainbow, and I went, oh yeah, and then there was another rainbow, and they're like spiral arms of a galaxy in the rainbows, and then I saw this, I looked at the window and I just about died a death because I realised I was not in my bed anymore. I realised I was in space, and I'm looking at this massive blue star. It was a blue sun, really beautiful. It was blue sun, and I crapped myself, sorry for my language, because I realised, oh my god, what's holding me up? You know, I knew I was in a ship. I'm getting in trouble again. Let's stick to the point. But what I saw was this cloud, this big long cloud, and the cloud was going towards the sun, and the cloud was lit up with all these rainbow colours, like the blue sun was reflecting rainbow light off it, and it was reflecting on the cloud. And no one said the words to me, but it was just made apparent to me that I became fully aware that it had one last revolution to go. So it was showing me as if this cloud is being circulate, has been like a water going down a plug, has been getting closer and closer and closer, and as it had one last revolution to go, was that one last revolution of Earth round 1 year Earth time, or was it one last time the cloud ran? I don't know. All I was made aware of is this is one last revolution to go, and then that, whatever. They didn't say what would happen then. Sometimes they just show me these things because then a year later it's talked about by science, or it comes on the news, or like a couple of years ago I was reporting, they were telling me there's going to be sinkholes opening up around the earth. Well, now we're getting evidence of that. In fact, there's even sinkholes in Edinburgh now. Edinburgh's on volcanic rock. Up in Forrester Road there was a woman's car fell into a hole. And at the end, just before Christmas, I remember just going up to the corner shop and walking out and having this feeling, because I thought the ground had fell out, and that's how I have my premonitions. It's like it's happening to me now. And it was like the ground fell in. And then I took the dog up a walk up the field, and the field had all ice under it. You couldn't see any ice, but you walked on it, heard it cracking. I thought, oh, this is all what I've been told. It's all going to fall into the ground. So, that sounds really doomed-tardy, doesn't it? Oh yeah, we're all going to fall into the ground and die. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying and there has been an increase in sinkholes. There has been. I'm always very careful that I don't want to cause disharmony or fear, because I think fear is what holds us back from everything in life. We shouldn't be scared. We should just be rejoicing all the time, always in a state of happiness, and what happens, happens. There's no point in being miserable up till something happens. I'm not saying something's going to happen. But I'm a liability to myself, haven't I? But, so yeah, the feelings. It's just pressure cookerness. That's all I can say. And oh my god, my body. I don't know how many of you are feeling. I'm like a 90-year-old. I sit down for 5 minutes and I get up and I'm walking bent over. And for a good few minutes until I can straighten up. It's like I have to crack back. It's like I'm really arthritic. And my muscles are just, they've fell out my body, I'm sure. I can't even pick up the kitten without being, ugh! It's ridiculous. What's happening to us? We're having massive muscle wastage and bone pain, and do you know what? I don't think it's my bones that are hurting. I think it's the tendons. Anything hurts, and even opening a tin can with a tin opener, I feel like something's going to snap in my wrist. What's that all about? Do you know what? Is our density changing? I've not worked that one out yet. My guides just say it's just part of this. It's just, I'm too much of a gobmouth. I tell people everything they tell me, and they don't like that because I get myself bad attention. So they tend not to tell me a lot anymore, because I promise, oh yeah, I won't say anything, and I publish it on Facebook. I'm in trouble a lot from my guides, so I'm being kept out the loop somewhat. It's not fair. It's my own fault. They just get scared that we draw too much attention to ourselves, because there is people who are very interested in what people like us say. It's not always for the best. But anyway, I digress, as usual. So please comment. Oh, they're touching me in the head now. I don't know if you can see in the video. Hand straight on my head. I'm trying to control my thoughts now. Please comment on the video and let me know how you're feeling. Are you feeling the broken bone feeling, not broken bone, ripped muscle feeling, and the intense pressure cooker feeling of everything is just a little bit too much? Do you know, it's almost like I don't feel sad, I just feel tired all the time. Tired, but I feel an uplift. I feel like I felt today like I had my family around me and I felt cosy, like I was a little girl again in my pram, and I had the rain cover over and I could hear the rain pitter-pattering on the cover, and I felt safe and warm, and that was when I was outside in the cold wind. And I just feel this feeling of complete protection, that my guides and family are all around me and we're protected, we're loved, it's all good. But it's hard going, it's tiring. And I've always been quite upbeat with this, but now I'm like, oh, how much longer? I feel like I'm at a train station. The train's been delayed for 16 years. But anyway, let me know how you're getting on. And I've got the new psychic school up and running. I just did a video about that, and it's doing work on helping to get through this feeling, this connecting and understanding. It does help when you connect and light the violet flame inside your heart centre. It does help. Keeps the happy feelings going. Anyway, I hope you're all fine. I hope everything's good with you, and I hope you're all ascending and going to all go be together in a happy, lovely place in the new simulation's been created for us. Oh, I'll do a video on that if I'm allowed to. What's going on, why your dreams are different now. Why when you dream, why when you go to sleep, you just go from this body, your conscious moves from this body into another one that's been created somewhere else. Which is why you'll probably find you're talking about your day-to-day life now in your night times. In your dream place, you're talking about things that happened in your physical life, whereas before your dreams were scattered and just nonsense. Now you're very conscious of who you are. And you are talking about things that happened in your day or things that happened in your week, and I bet you found that one. That's the simulation we're in. It's like they've created a whole new Earth simulation that we go into at nights. Well, that's why we can all meet each other in our dreams now. We all hang out in the same place. It's like preparing us for the fifth world. Anyway, questions? Oh, my phone's battery's bleeping at me, so I apologise for that. Questions, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.